What we're going to do is just ask the first question. Let's start off with this, and Jesse will give me my tech support. Thank you, Jesse. That's why we love Jesse. He's good for everything. All right, so we have a new luxury division. Tracy, what does that mean to you?
Well, anytime that, what I can tell you is that if you want to survive in this business, and you want to make a lot of money, and you want to have a life, you better be selling luxury homes. And I've sold, in my first year in real estate, my average sales price was $72,000, okay? And whenever you crack that code and start to move into those circles, not only do you make a whole lot more money by working a lot less, but it radically changes the conversations that you have.
It's a totally different conversation.
It really is, and I'll tell you, it's been the greatest blessing of my life. Proximity is power, and when you begin working with high net worth individuals, guess what? They think differently, they talk differently, they introduce you to a different group of people, and my goodness, it's a real game changer.
Big time, love that. All right, let's go the other way on this, Pete. Now, how good is it to feel when somebody says, I'm a luxury agent? Is it a different conversation? Does it feel different? Does it sound different? If you could say that, would it sound different to you? Pete, you've been a luxury agent your entire, I think you came out about 6 years old and you were selling luxury homes.
Yeah, it's funny, I wasn't selling luxury at the beginning. My average price was $93,000.
Wow,
So I
you
just
are
really
high roller, yeah.
But until I shifted where I was doing real estate, because originally I was doing real estate in Massachusetts, and then I moved myself to San Diego, to La Jolla. So see all my San Diego people up there, Jesse and Kyle and everybody else. I like that we're representing. So I had to actually shift my environment to really break into luxury. It's not that I didn't believe I could do it, but the city I was in, luxury in that city was between $250,000 and $400,000 at that time.
So it's all relevant to the market where they're at, what luxury is, right? I'm out of Detroit. Everything in our market, 700 plus is luxury.
Right.
And in your market, that's not even the beginning of luxury.
No, that's a one-car garage with no owner, basically.
I guess I need to move.
Listen, that's how you create your environment, right?
That's
Sometimes
it.
you have to do that.
So Tracy, you get to pick your environment, right?
Yeah.
And you're not afraid to make changes,
No, not at all.
right? So if they needed to make a shift and a change to do this, what was the first thing you might want to tell them?
Well, first of all, change your address, okay? It doesn't cost you money to live in an expensive neighborhood, it makes you money. Proximity is power. You'll hear me say that a million times, and it's because it's true. You need to join the most expensive country club in your city. You need to go there and have cocktails, and go there and have dinner. You got to take advantage of moving in those circles. The way that I really got super into luxury is my very first week of moving into the Dominion, which in San Antonio is the most exclusive subdivision there. I was working the for sale by owner market. And there was a for sale by owner in my subdivision, and I cried and I wrote a script and I sweated, and it was like my very first day. And I called Joe Mangione about that for sale by owner, $2.9 million home at the time. And in San Antonio, that was, you know, the absolute top of the market. And not only did he become one of the best clients I've ever had, but a huge mentor and friend to me. And it never would have happened if I hadn't been able to say, and I just moved into the Dominion. So it's terribly important to be in the right place.
Okay, does everybody in here work on commission?
Yes.
Okay, does a higher percent of a higher number make more sense to you, or is a percent of a lower number make more sense? Higher number, yes? Pete, how do you live in that environment, and how do you thrive in that thing, and how do these guys take themselves to that level?
Well, I think it's all mindset. You know, a lot of people ask me, they say, okay, how can I do more luxury business, or how can I attract more luxury agents, right? Brent and I have had this conversation a number of times. Elizabeth and I have talked about this conversation extensively. You know, because it's a big misnomer out there right now, especially with eXp. Everybody kind of looks at us like we're in the middle of the road. But with eXp Luxury that we just brought online at eXpCon, where we had 2,000 agents sign up for that in the first 48 hours, you guys. So is there interest in luxury? There's interest in luxury. And I'm telling you right now, we are luxury. You know, when I joined in 2019, everybody told me I was insane. They said, you're gonna leave Coldwell Banker Global Luxury, you're gonna join this company that nobody knows. I mean, I heard everything. I heard from my manager and from the head of California that I was going to ruin my life. I was going to ruin my business. I was going to end up divorced. I was going to go bankrupt. I mean, they threw everything at me except the kitchen sink. And I just said, well, let me ask you one question. If I go and it doesn't work out, will you take me back? And they said, yeah. So then I started asking questions on every single brokerage, you guys. Would RE/MAX take me? Yes. Would Compass take me? Yes. Berkshire Hathaway. I got all the way down to Century 21. I get down to Independence. They said yes, yes, yes to all of them. I said, so what am I really losing? What am I risking? Right? Am I risking signs and cards? That's it, right? So I had 24 high-end listings at that time. Was I nervous? Yes. Did I have anxiety? Yes. But I practiced the script. I remember the morning vividly, October 5th, 2019. Stood up, called all 24 sellers. All 24 sellers came over within an hour. So I'm telling you right now, the business is you. And if you guys can help people, reach out to the luxury people, because right now, luxury, like the rest of the market, is shifting. This is when you got to get them. They can't tell you they're too busy anymore. All right? That ship has sailed. And I'm telling you, with the product of eXp Luxury that we have, it's going to transform the luxury market. Nothing's going to compete with us because it comes down to numbers. It comes down to collateral. We have collateral that we've been developing for the last year and a half, and it's still in progress, and it'll be done soon. But I'm telling you, when you see it, and you see all the stuff that you get, all the portals and the presentations and the follow-up boss discounts and the websites and all those things, if you're in luxury, you'll recognize right off the bat, this is the greatest gift to a luxury agent in the history of real estate. Because it's only $2,500 a year. That's it. Guys, I'll share this with you. If I had remained at Caldwell Banker Global Luxury, and I'm grateful to them. I did it out the other day. With what they were paying me on a 93% split, I would have paid them $2,173,000 in the last 3 years in fees. I paid eXp 15 because of ICAR, right? $250 per transaction, 20 transactions. It's $5,000. 15, and I get stock, I get ownership, I have rev share, I have great partners, I have great friends, right? It actually gave me a life again. So that's the big thing. I know a lot of you guys are out there saying, okay, how can I leverage luxury? Get one of us on a call, we'll help you out. It's not a problem, because I'm telling you, when people see what you're getting for the money, it's a no-brainer, it's game over. I don't care how many times they tell me they like their office, or they like their color scheme, or they like their marketing. Just ask them this question. So how often does brand come up in your listing presentation on luxury properties? You have to get them in the mindset that they're the brand. Because that's why people are doing business with them.
When I came over, I was agent number 730.
Wow.
And yeah, I know, by the grace of God, yeah. And we had nothing luxury. That word wasn't even with the eXp at the time. So I said, well, can I design a luxury sign and all that? Gene Frederick was the broker, and Gene said yes to almost everything, which was wonderful. Beautiful leader, very, very blessed to have him as a leader. And so, we went on 99 designs, and we designed a little eXp luxury. I mean, we really started from scratch. Well, I had 43 listings, and most of them were luxury. I was the top luxury listing agent in my Keller Williams office. And when I called my clients, I wrote out a script. I write out a script before almost every phone call. And it was, basically, I had to follow the leads of the buyers. It's a movie of the listing script, which now, if you've seen any of the scripts out there, we put a bunch of those together, laced them with an LP. And every single one of my clients, just like you, moved. Now remember, eXp, I launched San Antonio. So it wasn't, you hear a mid-range brand. It was like, Exit Realty? eXp Realty, never heard of it. But here's what I heard over and over again from my clients. Oh, what company were you with before? I didn't know. I was all worried. They didn't know. They didn't hire Keller Williams. They hired me. And for many years, when I was actively selling, I was one of very few luxury agents with eXp in my marketplace. And it was a no-brainer because I would be competing against 7 Keller Williams agents, and I was different. So my listing presentation really stacked, being publicly traded and being a technology company. And it was easier to get listings than it ever was. And that's what our agents are going to find with this new luxury initiative that we've got. I mean, when you're sitting across the table from a seller and you can show them everything eXp brings to the table, wealthy people are smart and they're much more interested in something new and something fascinating than more of the same.
Did you hear what she said? Yes. Her clients didn't know what broker she worked with before. No way.
Mine either.
Definitely.
Right? You never heard that before, said no one ever. Of course they don't. They choose you. So Pete, we opened this new division,
yes.
right? So right now, a lot of these people are hearing this for the first time, right? If you're an eXp guy, you heard it. If not, you're hearing it right now. What is the thing that they need to know about it more than anything else?
Guys, it's a game changer. We're going to change luxury in North America. We're going to change luxury in the world. I'm telling you right now, this will get us to 500,000 agents, definitely. Because when you bring the luxury leaders over, everybody else follows. And if you don't believe me, check out the ratings on $1 Million Listing and all these other shows. They're not being kept on the air because people aren't watching them. Trust me, I sat in a house when it was 10 degrees, Kurt knows what I'm talking about, in Brockton, Massachusetts, at 1 o'clock in the morning, watching a real estate show that was brand new at that time, and looking outside and seeing snowdrifts, and that's when I said, that's it, I can't take this anymore. I'm just gonna pack up, get in my car, and move. I can do this, right? And the big thing is you just have to reach out to people and have those conversations. The luxury people have no clue what eXp is all about. They just dismiss it, all right? And I'll even go further, you guys. When I joined eXp, everybody else thought I was going to join Compass. Compass offered me a ton. I did eXp for free. Because I knew that if I went to Compass, it helped one family. By going to eXp, it's now helped 1,267. So what's your legacy going to be? How are you going to help people? I mean, I think what Michelle and all the other speakers had to say, and Kyle and everybody, lead with production. People get their license, and most people who are really committed to real estate are always trying to grow, they're trying to elevate it. They want to go to the next level. So show them how to break into luxury. You can show them, you guys. Luxury is different in every place. You can show me any zip code in the United States. I guarantee you there's a luxury listing somewhere. It just comes in different shapes and sizes, right? And I saw a great saying the other day. I was out in Nashville, and I was driving this backcountry road. It was beautiful, right? All the foliage and everything. And on this out in front of this church, it had a great saying. It said, "Success is just failure turned inside out." That's it. And that's how you have to look at it, because we can all be extremely successful in luxury. And if you're overwhelmed, call me up. I'll do a video, I'll do whatever you guys need. Because we're gonna build this thing, because I'm sick of everybody in luxury saying we're not luxury. We're luxury. And we're coming in, this is coming on like a storm. You'll see, we'll be dominant, right? When you have 2,000 people willing to pay $2,500 a year signing up in 24 to 48 hours, there's a need. We're filling that need, and everybody else will follow. That used to be the big way that Keller Williams and other market centers recruited. Who was in Keller Williams in here? Raise your hand. I had a great time when I was at Keller Williams, right? Chrissy and I sat on the Keller Williams luxury board. We invented KW Luxury with 12 other people. Remember that, Chrissy? Oh yeah? Right? They said at that time, KW was a luxury. I'm telling you guys, it's all just a state of mind. Shift your mindset. Go after those people and say, look, I have to show you something. Can we meet for coffee? Brent taught me this. Can we meet for coffee? Can I bring my bagels, right? Brent's buying everything. He's like working at Bond's part-time or something, right? That's like Publix or something, right? That's like a grocery store. And he's bringing everything over, and I said, Brent, why do you do that? He goes, because they won't cancel in the morning. They'll always cancel in the afternoon. And luxury people love to tell you how busy they are, you guys. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I can't meet. No, I gotta go do this. I gotta do that. I stubbed my toe. I gotta put up a sign. I gotta talk to this person. I mean, they come up with a million excuses. So get them early and just say, look, let me sit down. I gotta show you something that nobody else has seen. And I'll send you some of the presentations. You show them that stuff, they're gonna be intrigued. And then you gotta work them. Because the big thing they don't want to do is disrupt their business. Right? So we have to have luxury on board. We have to know the luxury game. Because they don't want to disrupt their business. That's a big thing. What do you think about that?
I agree 100%, and somebody is going to call all those luxury agents about eXp Luxury.
I'm going to call them.
I said I am too. So if you want to do it before we do, you better call them like as soon as you
Well,
get
Traci, you know how many people from that you have now?
7,496.
Yeah, I think you made a few phone calls. She's not scared, guys. Right, we just talk luxury. Do you think he knows luxury? I think he knows luxury. You think Traci knows luxury? I think they know luxury. You know what they don't know? They don't know who works for who, just like the client doesn't know. The only people who know who a brokerage work for is the other agents. So let them say that crap. Well done, Pete. I couldn't agree with you more. All right, we talked luxury. Now let's talk leverage. Can we get a little love for these guys? Is that pretty valuable? All right, thank you guys.